Still clicking out here.
Perfect. So yeah, like, what do you believe about aliens and the existence of God? So like, do you think this is a compatible view, or do you see it as in like, or is it just something as simple as like God has created other life, or is it just simply that like a lot of this stuff that people mention with the ancient astronaut theorists and the ancient alien shows are just a bunch of nonsense? What
I,
view would you try to take?
I think there's a couple things transpiring with aliens.
Yeah.
You have a lot of ancient things. I think a lot of the ancient things can be related back to the fall of the angels,
Uh-huh.
the
Mhm.
battles. And then I think a lot of it is demonic power. Uh,
Yeah.
you still have demons out there that were spoken about, Bible, the Book of Enoch, the Dead Sea Scroll, like
Yeah.
Manifesto. Manifesto literally is the demon illusion and trying to show false things.
Right.
And the
Mm.
easiest way to get somebody to fall is to show them something so interesting and so out there that is different from God. And they
Right,
get
right.
sucked into it. Do I
Absolutely.
think God created other life? Maybe. God's
Yeah.
all powerful. He can do that. But
Absolutely.
he left us the Bible. The Bible is our
Right.
guide to our life and our planet.
Right.
He would have mentioned it if we needed to know
Mhm.
about it.
Right, right.
Right.
Yeah, that's a view. I hear that one a lot, and that's a good take. There's nothing wrong with that take either. But see, then there's some people, and I'm kind of on the same view. Not necessarily that, I would say a lot of the like ideas of the UFO phenomena and whatnot. I think a lot of it can be explained naturalistically for the most part. Now, don't get me wrong. I think there's some that like could be something going on.
No,
And I
I'm
think they
with you. I
all would
think the
have.
military could be behind most of it, or some military.
For sure, like we can talk about all kinds of like of the specific ones that have happened. Man, I'm just getting spawned, killed like crazy. Oh my goodness. But what's some of the most famous ones is like the Roswell count and all of these ones, and there's reasonable natural explanations that I think far exceed the phenomena that is explained in today's cultures for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Even because like just the Roswell count, a lot of people have stated like, oh, it was like that for a reason, because actually what happened was it was actually our craft and we crashed it and we just covered it up because we didn't want to let the world know this is the kind of stuff we're working on, and that's a very rational thing that like if we really did have this kind of technology, why would we share it with our civilians, and why would we want to share that with like any other uh,
Well,
country?
we would sell technology to our country to grow our economy.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but then again, so like Roswell, a lot of people believe aliens came down and they were talking to our government, right?
Right, right.
And try to influence our government. Sounds like a great route for the devil to do, or I shouldn't say devil. Devil's trapped in hell, but demons to do.
Right, right. No, I see where you're coming from for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt. Dang, how did he get over here so quickly? Wow, that was fast. I'm struggling again this match. Ah. Yeah, I just find it all very fascinating too. And I've always said it like if it's something that, really making someone specifically question things about Christianity or just any of these ideas in general, you can make a lot of this work and still fit it in this idea. But the whole
Hmm.
concept is like it doesn't have to be this way. Like there's explanations that I think we can come to better from like a lot of the what some like to say as like conspiracy theorists. And it's hard to a lot of people don't want to be labeled that way, and I understand. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
love
Like
conspiracies, dude.
right, right. 100%. But and
but
like some of it does hold a little bit of water, but some of them we do have to admit that it's not conclusive. A lot of it is based on a lot of subjective ideas and claims, and whatnot. So it makes it very difficult to really hammer down some of these. Um, but it's all interesting to say the least.
sometimes with conspiracy theories, my opinion on that though is just demons whispering despair in your ears.
Oh, uh-huh. Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, they
Like
definitely have a big impact on the world too.
yeah, personal problems. Like And you
Yeah.
have family members so like hook on like the bad things that are going on and TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
It freezes them, man. It puts depression and despair in their ear
Right,
24/7.
right. Dang. Yeah, that is a major idea too, for sure. I see that a lot. People focusing on the bad more so than focusing on the good, and
Or just sometimes I think it's meant to like just the fear is to not trust anybody or nothing you
right.
hear. So if you can't hear nothing that's true, you'll never hear the gospel.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. They got him. Good stuff. I almost got myself with that. Oh no. Ooh. Yeah, it's a cool concept though. A lot of really fun people that have talked about this too was there was a guy by the name of Michael Heiser. He focused a lot of his work. He just passed away this year, unfortunately. He's with the Lord now, but terrific Christian that really focused on a lot of these ideas of the ancient alien theories and stuff like that. You know, from the TV shows and all of these things. He did some terrific work in this field to really show how some of these claims are silly, but some of them, you can like you're kind of mentioning is like oh it could be very demonic of some sort, because some of them could have
Hmm.
taught other religious ideas, like we could think about like other um, religions and worldviews in the world, and we could really sit there and kind of think about like you know think about something like Islam, for example,
Hmm.
where it talks about like an angel of light appearing to Muhammad and then teaching obviously something very contrary to Christianity. Likewise
But
with
it's all
Mormonism.
based off the same source. Um, the
Yeah,
book of the Islam is the same book as the Judaism Torah is the same book as our Old Testament. It just deviates some things.
right.
Muslims
Yeah,
believe, yeah, Muslims believe the only two people that ever saw the face of God was Muhammad and Moses.
right. Yeah, because
Everybody
they,
agrees on
they they come
Moses.
directly from the Old Testament, and they even ironically they believe in the New Testament. They just deny the interpretation that Jesus was God and whatnot. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they
think he's
accept
just a
all of the.
prophet.
Yeah, yep, exactly. That's all they believe about him, and that's it. Yeah, it really is. It's amazing, and obviously I think the Christian is in better support. But the concept that I find interesting is that like when it teaches that like an angel of light can come and deceive people, like it teaches also that's in Galatians chapter 1. That's where this concept comes from. When Paul says even if an angel of light appears to you and tells you a message contrary to what I've taught you, let that person be condemned. And you could probably apply this to Mormonism too. So it's really interesting.
Okay, so I grew up on you